Even if you don't have much for brow hairs, I think a decent brow gel makes such a difference. Hey friends, I'm Stacy and this is Gorgeously Aging, and today we are going to be doing a simple, sophisticated, mature skin friendly makeup look featuring Merit Beauty. Almost everything in my Merit Beauty collection are items I purchased myself. I'm a big fan of the brand, but they recently did send me a few pieces and I'll be showing you those in this video. So Merit Beauty prides itself on being a modern minimalist brand. They are very intentional about the makeup items they create, spending years perfecting the details. Their slogan is, "This is makeup you can live in," and I would like to add, "This is makeup you can age in." Not all makeup brands are flattering on mature skin, and Merit Beauty really does this well. All of their products are made of nourishing, non-pore clogging ingredients that are so good for the skin. So we are going to jump right into a makeup look. Now I'm going to keep this very simple, just kind of an everyday, effortless, timeless, soft makeup look. So I will list all of the colors and products in the description box below. I didn't bring my readers down here and I can't read this tiny print. For those of you brand new here, I am 52 years old, just turned, and my eyes are not what they used to be. So with this foundation, you can apply it directly to the skin or to a brush. Now I do have the Merit Buffer brush and I absolutely love this for pretty much doing the whole makeup look. But you certainly don't have to have their brush. So I am just going to put this on my skin and the warmth of my skin will start to soften it up. Now it's a very silky, smooth formula anyway, but once you put it on the skin and the warmth of your skin definitely does warm it up and makes it blend into the skin really well. I will say I love the classic sophistication of the packaging. It reminds me a lot of Westman Atelier, maybe not quite as luxe, but really close. I'm going to use the buffer brush and just start buffing this in, and you can certainly take your fingers too, and actually on aging skin, I really like a finger application. Either way is perfectly fine. Now, one thing I will say about this formula, it's not heavy, it doesn't look like heavy makeup on the skin. It's not drying, and it doesn't cling to fine lines and wrinkles. A little bit goes a long way. I probably put more on than I really needed to. What I love about this whole product line is you can put together a makeup look really quickly. It's going to take me a while because I'm talking to the camera, but the products are easy to use and they go on quick. I've been a huge fan of the bronzer since it first came out, and you can apply this directly to the face or onto a brush. I'm just going to, for the sake of a little contour tutorial, I'm going to apply it directly to my skin, keeping the contour up high on the cheeks, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of the bronzer around my skin, around my hairline rather, down the sides of my nose, right up here for a little bit of a shadow look or eye contour, down the jawline to give a little bit more sculpted jaw, although I recently had some jawline filler and it was so wonderful. When I went to Korea recently, I had my jawline filler touched up. I usually do it myself, and it was wonderful to have somebody else do it, but I really like what that does to the mature face. It really helps to create a more structured jawline. We start to lose that with age. Again, you can use your fingers and just kind of blend this in so easily without a brush if that's your preference. And of course, a nose contour is optional. It's something that I've gotten used to doing, but certainly not something everybody does. I do think putting a little bit of bronzer on the upper portion of the eyelid helps to lift the aging eye. And then this jawline hack is so nice because we do start to get kind of that drooping in the jowl. This can help to disguise a double chin. So I have several of their blushes and I think their blushes are absolutely fantastic. So the newest one I got is called Beverly Hills. This is one that they sent me. I think this color is wonderful and I'm just going to apply it generously. What I love about these is they give an absolutely beautiful glow to the cheek. They don't look overpowering. Now some blushes, I think on mature skin, cling to the enlarged pores and accentuate every imperfection on the face. I don't have that issue with the Merit Beauty. Now I have two highlights. One's a little bit lighter, and this one I can read. It's called Cava, and the other one is Bounce. I think I'm going to use the Cava, and just a little bit where I would naturally get a little glow when the sun hits. I'm going to do a little bit up here under the brow and top of the lip. Merit Beauty products are actually kind of my go-to when I want to quickly put myself together, but I just want to look fresh and not overly made up. It's just so easy to put on whether I use my fingers or the Merit buffing brush. All right, I'm going to use their brow gel. This is tinted, and I have it in the color brown. Even if you don't have much for brow hairs, I think a decent brow gel makes such a difference. I do have some microblading, so that also helps. You can go against the hairs here and then upward to give them shape. I don't have much for natural brow hairs. I had thyroid cancer back in 2000, so I was in my 20s, and my brows never were great, but they got worse with the thyroid cancer. Now, sometimes going over it a second time, if you want a little bit more oomph on the brows, this really is a good brow product. I haven't used this one in a while. I actually am reminded just using it now how much I like it. And again, super sleek, sophisticated packaging, which I appreciate. And then here's their mascara. And I have almost no lashes, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to make them look like there's something there. I've been using some growth serum. I believe it's the Grande Lash. And we'll see. I'm kind of documenting the progress. It's really too soon to tell, but we'll see. I'm being optimistic. I will say, out of this whole collection, the thing I least like is the mascara. It's not a bad mascara at all, and I think if you have normal lashes, it's probably fantastic. But I usually like a brush a little bit more separated, those plastic or silicone type brushes. These more kind of traditional mascara brushes don't do a lot for my tiny lashes. They're not bad. It's just not my preferred lash brush style. It kind of keeps them a little clumpy, and it's not terrible. So I have a whole bunch of lip products by Merit Beauty. I am kind of obsessed with lip products. I don't know if you guys know that about me. I have an insane lip product collection that I actually should declutter because I know some of them are bad because I've had them for so long. I just have a hard time parting with my lip products. So these are like their lip oils, and I want to just show you this color, because it's such a beautiful, like nude, everyday nude. And this one was actually the first Merit product I ever purchased. I think it was actually around the holidays, and I fell in love with it just because it seemed like such a holiday color. But they're nice and sheer and nourishing. They don't go on too bright. Let me just show you this one, which I think is called Taupe. I'll list everything in the description box below, you guys. You may even be able to shop on screen. If you see a little shopping bag on the screen, a link should be there as well, and also in the description. So Merit Beauty may have a powder. I don't have a powder because when I do this look, I just do it as simple as possible. So there is that lip oil. Let me show you this color, which is Sangria. I think this is beautiful for the holidays when you don't feel like you can pull off a really bold red lip. This gives you that red lip vibe, that very classy, sophisticated vibe, without a full-on, heavily pigmented or matte red lip. I actually kind of like a bold lip when you're doing a subtle eye, and I don't think I'm going to put lashes on because we are having an absolute blizzard here. I live just outside of Vail. This whole weekend, it has been snowing and blowing, and literally the snow is blowing sideways. So we've just been hunkered down at home, and so no need to put on lashes. And my husband actually prefers it when I keep my makeup very minimal, which I appreciate about him. So I do want to show you guys some of these lipsticks. So this one is called Baby, and they're nice and hydrating. They're not totally opaque. They have a little bit of a sheer quality to them, which I really love. This color Baby is one that would be a really good everyday, very muted, subtle pink. It's more of a neutral, but it has that little tiny bit of pink to it. Actually, I have 2 of the babies, so they must have just sent me one because I bought the other one, and then this one came in the mail in a recent PR kit. And then I have the color Aperitif. And again, the packaging is so beautiful. And this one is more of a holiday red, an orangey red, which isn't really my preference, but I think it's really sophisticated. I would have to say my favorite things in this line are the foundation stick, which is super simple to put on. You could even add a little bit extra under the eyes as a concealer if you feel like you need it. The bronzer is beautiful and it blends in with really no effort at all, applied directly to the face or with a brush. This baby lipstick is one that I'm going to get a lot of use out of. It's such a beautiful everyday color, and the fact that these formulas are sheer, they're not super opaque, they just look beautiful on the skin. I've had this one for a long time and I got a lot of use out of it. I think I've had it for a couple of years now. So the first 2 Christmas seasons, I wore this, and this is what, of course, I have on now, and I'm going to leave it on, I think. But this color, which is Taupe, is my kind of everyday go-to because it's a little bit less colorful. I have a tendency to reach towards more nudes and neutrals, so it's nice every once in a while to play with something a little more colorful. I think this is very wearable. It's not too intense. I don't know. I feel like maybe if I just had a little bit of a lash on, like a false lash, a very natural looking one, like the Ardell 420s, those are ones I really love. They're very pretty and delicate. This would be just a simple classic look. Now, I probably mentioned this at some point when I was talking about Merit Beauty, but the first purchase you make with them, you get this beautiful little bag. Your stuff comes in this bag, and I think it's so cute. I actually keep my whole collection in that, and then it just sits on my shelf, and I know exactly what's in it because of that bag. And they do offer free shipping on orders over $40. Again, most of my collection is stuff I bought myself. A few items they sent to me, but I'm not paid to make this video. They sent the PR, but there was no expectations to say favorable things, which is why I'm very honest that the mascara is not my favorite. I do think the blushes are phenomenal. The bronzer, like I said, really great. And other than the mascara, there's nothing that disappoints me about the line. I do really like the buffing brush. I think you could use your fingers, but this is a nice tool to have. And you can see that the highlighter gives the most beautiful dewy glow to the cheeks. So this is my quick, simple, sophisticated, kind of clean girl, or in my case, clean grandma. I have 3 grandchildren. Look created with Merit Beauty. This is when I want to just look not glammed up, just more polished and sophisticated. The makeup is very skin friendly and easy to wear. This doesn't sink into the fine lines and wrinkles or accentuate the aging on the skin, which is one of the reasons I love it so much. If you have any Merit Beauty products, let me know in the comments below which ones you love and which ones aren't your favorite. I think that helps other people make decisions about what they might purchase. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with me. I will see you guys in my next video. Be good to yourselves and to others. See you next time.